Good morning. Welcome to morning practice with Olivia. I'm Olivia. And wow, we are feeling the Mercury retrograde. I got here and was setting up and realized I had left my microphone at home, which is probably about as Mercury retrograde as you can get. And even if you don't align astrologically, that there is no question that disruption happens, right? And sometimes the things that you think are just taken care of really um, it's almost like you can check and recheck and recheck, and then it's just things still disrupt. And Mercury is retrograde in the sign of Aries, and the Mercury retrograde was conjunct the eclipse on Monday. So we were going to feel a lot of that communication disruption, travel disruption, just flow disruption, let's say. So electrics, devices, just anything that might require details and that are about communication. And today, on the 11th of April, a Mercury retrograde is conjunct the Sun at 22 degrees of Aries. So the conjunction was a little wider with the eclipse, but it's still operational. And again, that just this effect is going to be felt until the 25th of April. It's a lot, it's a lot to remember, that this is, in any period, slowing down, reviewing details, remembering everything you have to bring, checking and then double checking and then checking again is really worth it. But sometimes it seems like there's powers outside of us that just are determined to disrupt things. So just sort of taking that on in the moment. Welcome to the practice after my little Mercury retrograde ramble. There's a lot of energy going on this month in April. And if you're finding it to be turbulent in any regard, whatever you are aligning with as a set of as a framework for moving in astrology, it's just one of them. It is, oh my goodness, I'm just checking things. Yes, okay, the volume is up, good. It is just it's a powerful time, and there's a lot of energy and there's a lot of turbulence. I mean, I think it was 6:53. I realized that the microphone was still at home. Unfortunately, I live really close here, but that was a mad dash, and not a mad dash is something that I really don't like to put myself through. So I'm just sitting with that for a moment, even though we're here and morning practice is happening. It's Thursday, April 11th, the last practice of this week that I offer as a public practice. And just really, yeah, just to reiterate, this is just something that you can join in with me and do a little meditation, a little breath work, a little movement. It's really just offering you tools to develop your own spiritual practice around how you check in with yourself on a daily basis and to cultivate a greater awareness of where your body is, where your breath is with that process. Because we're living in such a time of tumult and multiplicity and just, the senses can be ravaged. I remember remarking to somebody yesterday, I just don't know where the hours of the day went. I thought I would actually going to have extra time yesterday, and I had less time. I'm not entirely sure why it feels so much like time is speeding up. I definitely have memories of days when it felt like I had much more time. And these days it feels like you get to 8 o'clock at night and not everything on the list for the day has been done. And yet it's 8 o'clock and certain things are just not possible anymore. So there's no doubt that the energy is changing and that we're moving through some kind of frequency and vibration transformation. So having a daily practice can really help us just anchor in to what feels good, what feels right to you. I just noticed I haven't plugged my computer into the power, which we don't want to run out of power during. So interesting. I had plenty of time this morning, like I was up very early. I felt like I had plenty of time to prepare and come here, and I took advantage of that. And then I arrived and had everything set up and was getting the microphone out. I didn't have a microphone. 6:53. Can I really go home and back before 7 o'clock? Apparently, I know I'm a little late, and we do have to end right on time because the space here that is a donated space is used right at 8 o'clock. So it's 7:07, and what do we do when it feels like everything is whirling around us and we're in an impossible situation where we have to make the possible possible very quickly, the impossible possible very quickly? And sometimes we just surrender and say, okay, this is impossible. I surrender. And I did have a moment this morning of saying, okay, maybe I'm just not going to offer it today. But then I thought, well, if I can get the microphone and be back, even if I start like 30 seconds late or a minute late, that's still my dedication and commitment to offering this practice. Now, I know I've mentioned this week already that I'm considering wrapping up this as a public practice, and that's really just because there's no participation, and I know that people are watching a little bit on YouTube, and thank you so much for your um, support. But if it's obviously not, in its fifth lunar month, catching any kind of audience that is resonating with what I'm saying. So I feel like for myself personally, I'm sharing this because part of the energy of this eclipse is looking at our shadow. And I feel like today, for myself personally, it's really time to look at what I'm not really giving conscious attention to. And I'm not really giving conscious attention to the fact that there really is almost no participation with morning practice. I continue to offer it. I continue to put it out there, mainly for myself, but in the hope that it's useful. And I think it's time to really be honest and real. And that's the Saturn influence about what this is. And so I think that when we get to the next new moon, that will be the last new practice, or the last morning practice that I will offer. Of course, I don't have that date immediately in front of me. But it will be sometime. I believe, let's see, I know it'll be in my calendar. It is the 7th of May, the new moon in Taurus. Interestingly, almost exactly at the same degree point, or very close to the degree point of the Uranus-Jupiter conjunction in Taurus that we'll experience on the 20th of April. And I kind of feel as I was actually, before I'd forgotten the microphone or realized I'd forgotten the microphone, I was thinking about what my commitment was in terms of offering this publicly. And I really feel like if there's a legacy at all, I want the morning practice to go through this time of the equinox Ostara the lunar eclipse in Pisces, the solar total solar eclipse in Aries on the 8th, and um, the conjunction, and then we'll wrap up at the next new moon in Taurus on the 7th. So it's been such a pleasure to do this, but you know, when you're faced with sort of things that are realistic, and the realistic observation is there's no participation. Rather, like being in a relationship with somebody who isn't participating. At a certain point, you have to be like, oh, you're really not participating in this, are you? It's really all in my head, and I wonder, you know, and I hope I'm not making an assumption here, because it's also a time that we can make assumptions without the full information. But if there's no participation, it does become a bit of a moot point. Like, why am I offering this? I could be developing my own spiritual practice at home. And so I hope that I will leave the recordings out there for some time so that people can make use of them, but probably wrap up the YouTube channel in about a lunar month after the new moon in May as well. So yeah, I think this theme of, and I know I'm talking a lot this morning, but considering that I have very few viewers, I was so pleased with our practice yesterday. I thought it was so strong, and is, the motivation, it's gotten one view. Thank you, whoever watched it for half a second. Is the motivation to do something about success, and success being what we can measure by how much of an audience I have, what's visible, or maybe this energy that I'm putting in that I truly believe in, and I truly, truly have absolute faith I'm doing the right thing with what I'm speaking to, with the energies that we're moving through, with cultivating a greater sense of heart awareness, heart activation, self-love, looking at the wounds, looking at unconscious behavior patterns, all that entailed as you look back over the practices. Maybe that energy is better spent, all that work being offered in a different avenue. And that's really what I'm saying. It's not that I'm going to stop having this incredible whole world of study and offering. It's just that this particular avenue, morning practice that I offer through my website, OMB Yoga, the link is below the box. It's just sort of dead in the water. And yeah, it's time to take that on. So let's drop into meditation. It's 7:15. We're going to keep things pretty brisk this morning. So finding a comfortable seat, your hands can be at a position of reverence around the heart space, Anjali Mudra, prayer position, holding the heart, hands in the lap. Let's just drop into silence together. And just allow yourself to cultivate your own sense of your heart space here, and your own sense of your heart light. So we take a few moments of meditation. And you can breathe deeper, letting the eyes just softly open. What is the sense in your body this morning? What is the sense in your internal space? How do you feel? We'll take an Om together to open practice. Inhaling. Om. And let's go over to the mat. I want to do movement breath work this morning. So let's find ourselves standing on our mat together. If you have blocks for practice, that can be useful. And we're just going to face each other on the mat. Yeah, there does come a point, right, in every endeavor where we have to sort of evaluate, whether it's a job, relationship, pursuit, if it's not actually generating any factual, then maybe it's time to sort of transmute that energy. So we're going to do, I think it's called breath of joy, a 3-part inhale and 1-part exhale. So you're inhaling, 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 and then you exhale, release. Inhale, 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 exhale, release. So let's begin together. Inhale, 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 exhale. Inhale, 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 exhale. Inhale, 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 exhale. And as we take this, when you exhale, really allow the body to just drop forward, almost like pretend you're a modern dancer. You're doing just a nice swoop down. And again, really activate the voice, activate your throat chakra. And on your exhale, allow yourself to really it out. Inhale, inhale, ha. Inhale, 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 ha. Inhale, 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 ha. 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 2, 3, more. Ha. 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 And again, we'll stay standing. Maybe bring the hips to your feet, hip width apart. And just take some hip circles to the left and some hip circles to the right. Take a couple shoulder rolls back, shoulder rolls forward, ankle rolls out. To seat on the mat, again, I just find it comfortable crossing the seat. The emphasis again being comfortable. And let inhale, raising the arms overhead. Nice and prayer. Prayer comes to heart. And let's just offer love and gratitude to this incredible body, incredible instrument of consciousness, which can navigate our experience of the world, the experience of our minds, the experience of our hearts, bodies which endure, sustain, survive those times. And when we're not conscious, sleep. looks to you like I'm taking rolls to the left. So take rolls to the left, you can follow it finger. Louder than the chest. Falling apart, listening to comes up, you can just turn to the left. To the left hand that faces your spine. Right hand will come to the left. So come off our block and let's just come onto our backs. So we're gonna scooch around and lie down on the back. And you're just gonna bring your right knee in and hold your right knee to the chest. Then you just let the right knee fall out as if you were bringing the right knee up into your armpit. You can just hold this here. And then bringing your right leg back, extending your right leg up. And let's just clasp the hands behind the thigh. Don't worry about getting into your biggest, longest, perfect stretch. What we're doing is just allowing the legs and feet to be over the heart. You might take some ankle rolls here. And then you might take some ankle rolls in the other direction. Bending the knee. And then bringing the knee across the body so that you're in a reclined twist. You can take the gaze out over the right arm, feeling quality of peace. Allowing the weight to straighten in the mat. Noticing how the twist is affecting different parts of the body. Just bring that knee back up to the center line again, extending it. And then wherever your leg is, just allow it to gently come out to the side. You have the range and want to take these do, but really activating your left leg, the leg that's lying on the mat. Really pressing into that foot, almost as if you were standing up. And you can put your left hand right on your left hip flexor, to almost like you were pushing that left leg into the mat as you draw the right leg up. Just taking this wherever it's comfortable for you. Bring your right leg up. Yeah, keep a gentle deep bend in the knee. Bring the leg up. Don't strain the muscle. Again, just keeping the leg straight this time. Bring the straight right leg across the body towards the left. And you can let that fall. Again, taking the gaze to the right. Support that right leg to your left hand if you like. Just doing some basic gentle morning stretches today. And we'll bring that in. And then lay the right leg out along the mat. Kind of wiggle and jiggle your hips. And then bring it. Left knee, just holding it and towards your body. And just hold this for a while. Just what we're doing is just warming up the joints. So we're just like a little bit here and there. And then we'll rebuild on it with the extension. Again, putting some activation into the longer leg that's lying on the mat. In this case, the right. You can see that my right foot is activated. You can see the right leg is got some energy in it. And then as you take this bent left knee, the left foot doesn't have to be activated. You're going to bring it out to the left side and just
bring it up, holding it bent towards the armpit. Just feel that for a moment as you press into that right leg, as you activate that right leg. And then bringing it back. And once again, just take a gentle clasp behind the thigh. We're not going for our like biggest ultimate expression of this leg stretch. It's really much more about just finding some length here. It's the morning, maybe taking some ankle rolls one direction, and then taking some ankle rolls the other direction. It seems that a lot of the themes this week, let's take a bend into that knee again, and then with the bent knee, drawing it across the body towards the right as you extend the left arm and look out over the left. And let's just be here as you find twist, feeling the weight of the body and how that feels. You can let the activation of the lower leg go. Allowing the twist and gravity to do its work, and not making a huge demand of the body, but rather letting the gravity and weight of the body work together. Just gently open up. You may feel like you're drawing the shoulders down onto the mat, drawing the left shoulder away from the ear. Then we'll come back to center with the left leg bent, and then we'll extend that again. We're gonna just extend it and let it come out towards the left. You can keep like a gentle bend in the knee. Don't have to be perfectly straight. You can either take the hand, take the foot, or just hold the leg. It's whatever feels comfortable. And then again, really this using your right hand, pressing your right hand into your hip flexor on the right leg, activating that right leg as you stretch and extend the left leg towards the left. Gentle morning stretches. Very gentle morning. And then bringing that left leg back up again, keeping a bend in the knee, not trying to prove anything to anyone. And then bringing the left leg across the body towards the right, keeping it lengthened, but keeping a gentle bend in the knee, whatever. It's just a bit of a different expression of the chest. And gaze out over the left arm, drawing the shoulders down on the mat. Onto the ground, amongst disruption. I mean, they're slowing down for sure. Meditation, dropping into silence. Bring your leg back up. And then just let both feet come to, actually extend both legs. Allow yourself to come into a brief shavasana, just maybe wiggling the hips from side to side, just feeling the extension of the legs along the body. And we're slowly going to curl up to a seat. So pressing the feet into the floor, you can just move your hips to the right and press up to a seat. And we're going to take Radhakanasana here, so you can sit on the edge of a blanket to prop the hips up on the side or on a block. If it's more comfortable, you take your feet further away, in a diamond shape in front of you. Excuse me. Or if you want to bring them closer to the body, just holding them in here. And then as you hold your feet and open them rather like a book, you want to just feel the heart center moving up through the girdle of the shoulders. Maybe
extending the chin towards the ceiling, and then we'll curl in and just allow the spine to curl here. We're not going for a flat spine. This is just a curling spine. And your elbows may start to press into legs. Noticing how the body feels. Noticing what needs to be stretched. Giving yourself a time, a daily practice to check in with your heart, to meditate, to be silent, and then to do some movement. Where is my body stiff today? Where is my body sore today? What does my body need today? And I can tell that spine lower back. We were doing a little bit of stretches yesterday, but I think we're going to take pigeon. So we'll take what is apparently my left leg towards the left side of the mat and extend the right leg behind us. We'll just roll onto that hip and make sure if your hip is not, your left hip is not in contact with the ground, you're going to take a folded blanket and put it under the hip. And then gaze out over right shoulder, tucking right toes, making sure the right leg is straight, and then untucking once you make sure the right leg is straight. And then pressing into our hands in front of our shin. We're going to raise the chest up. And allowing the body to come down, folding over that front shin. Again, allowing the gravity that is uncomfortable in your knees at all. And then take your floor on your left. So your right hand on the back, and your left ankle on the back. This is not you're gonna feel a little bit. Um, and you can just roll onto the side of the hip and extend that left leg. Allow yourself a moment, closing the eyes, feeling how that has affected your left leg, how it feels good, and how it may feel on the right side. We'll take this instruction on the right side also. And bending that right knee in, and then we'll roll onto that right hip. You're going to extend the left leg behind you. Right shin is diagonally placed to the right side of the mat. That's the width of the left shoulder. Straightening out the left leg behind us, and then letting the toes center. And then take a moment just to take the heart center through the shoulder girdle, looking out to the ceiling, and then allow yourself to come down into your pigeon again. If your hip is raised on this side and not in front of the floor, the rest of the day, to pressure under the hip. And if you are experiencing any loosening whatsoever on your right side here, and sometimes in our busy lives, it's not really possible to find the time to slow down, during the day, which is why, I offer morning practice as a model for 17, and because the energy is really clean at that time of the day, and usually things haven't quite started yet. But if I give myself this time at the beginning of the day, before everything's begun, and it might be getting up just a little bit earlier, but to really drop in, how does my heart feel today? What's going on in the internal space? What does my body, what can I give my body, what can I give myself to nurture and nourish myself in the early waking hours before, we go to our work, our lives, whatever it is that we do, and becoming embroiled in situations that we can't necessarily just slow down and stop and giving yourself time at the beginning of the day to really slow down and stop, especially in the face of a lot of disruption, what's going on. It allows you to really have some conscious, and I don't mean unconscious, but conscious intention on how you are treating yourself, how you are treating your own body, how you are treating. Are you merely expecting it and asking it to move along with everything and do the things, and or are you saying, hey, I'm paying attention to you, and slow down, check in, maybe some gentle stretching, and some days it's going to be more than that, some days it'll be that. There might just be an hour of silent meditation. You can manage 5 minutes of silent meditation for yourself. It's still such a gift. Press up into our hands. Just roll onto your hip. And we'll come to a wide-legged seat here. Just again, let's close our eyes, putting our hands on the thighs. Notice how that feels. And again, we might take some little torso rolls to the left, and some torso rolls to the right, just letting the head follow. Anyway, just find some intuitive movement. Really feeling the sit bones, contact with the floor. Just this all morning practice is an opportunity to check in with yourself. And it can look like anything you want to make it look like. It's your practice. There's no rigid or strict format because we're trying to nourish ourselves, which means listening to ourselves. I'm going to take a forward fold here with the straddle legs, bringing a little bit of activation to the feet. And if the forward fold feels like stressful in any way, I'm going to take some support underneath your head so you can put a block underneath your forehead. If this is still too low, you can elevate it to another block, just something that feels supportive to you so that as you let the bowl of your pelvis spill forward, the forehead is supported here. I'm going to come down to the ground, really just feeling that nice length in the spine. As the forward comes down, either to the block, blanket, whatever support you need underneath your pelvis. Right here, just imagining there's a vortex, clear water coming through the third eye. Beautiful rhythm light. Water that's passing through the third eye, lying into the ground. That cleansing, clear light vortex of water, drawing everything out of the mind. Any noise, any gunk, any debris, any garbage. Whatever's just hanging out there, isn't really that useful in any way. Let it come out of the mind through this vortex of emotion, pouring out through the third eye, deep into the earth. Let's all take a big sighing exhale. Relax and release. Let it down, side and out, and itchy nose because my nose is embedded in my furry sweater. Let's keep our legs in this nice V, and you're going to take your body and just align your torso with your left leg so that your chest is facing your left toes pointing back towards you, and just pressing into the sit bones. Feel the length of the spine, and then just allow the body to come forward, folding over the leg. You may take the left hand to the edge of the right foot. Just you pressing into the right hand, turn the body towards the right. Gentle, very brief fold over the leg. And then pressing back up. You're going to face the left leg, but you're going to extend this right arm and just let it fall just in front of the leg here. Don't worry about grabbing the foot or anything. Just draw a nice semicircle up and over. And as you get to the vertical point
Almost reach the hand just a little bit more as you come. And then as if your left hand could touch the seam between the ceiling and the wall. And then opening the chest here. And we're stretching very briefly today, so I'm going to keep that orientation over the left leg. Again, really sitting into the sit bones, feeling the length of the spine, and then allowing yourself to fold over the left leg. Your right hand may take the side of the left foot, and you press into that left hand, turn your body towards the left. Take another inhale inside. Oh. Keeping your body facing, or we'll turn to face the right leg, extending the left arm, but just letting it fall. It's very gentle. We're not going for the full expression of your best ever side stretch. And bringing the arm up and over. Once it's vertical, reaching it a little bit higher as if you could touch the ceiling right above you with your fingertips. Keeping the feet active, and then reaching the arm over to the left as if your hand could touch the seam between the ceiling and the wall. And then opening the chest a little bit more toward the ceiling. Really feeling the length of the spine here, the length of the side body, and the openness of the front of the chest toward the ceiling. And then we'll come up to sit, taking our hands under our knees, letting the knees bend, and we'll roll onto our backs. Again, finding your resting posture here, letting the spine relax, letting the base of the spine really relax into the floor, any gripping in the shoulder blades, gripping in the jaw, letting it all go. Feeling, noticing how the body might be a little bit more relaxed since the beginning of practice, a little bit more aware because you've slowed down. You feel more sensory information. Just at this moment, putting all of it down and releasing into the present. And slowly start to feel some movement in the body. And as you're ready, just letting yourself experience some gentle movement as you make your way to one side and then press up to a gentle seat, keeping the eyes closed. And it's going to find the heart space, breathing in, breathing out. We'll chant Loka Samasta Sukhino Bhavantu. I will say one word each and repeat. You can follow me, and I will put two together. You can follow me, and then I'll four. And we'll say it a few times. We don't have much time left. Loka, Loka, Samasta,
samasta sukino sukino bhavantu bhavantu loka samasta loka samasta sukino bhavantu sukino bhavantu loka samasta sukino bhavantu loka samasta sukino bhavantu loka samasta sukino bhavantu. Once more. Loka samasta sukino bhavantu. And then we'll inhale to Om. Om. Loka samasta sukino bhavantu. May all beings everywhere be liberated, free, be abundant, content. Thank you for joining me today. Remember to slow down in the face of any energy you might be experiencing. Give yourself permission to be present with yourself, to check in with your breath, check in with your body, check in with your heart. Have a beautiful weekend, everyone. You all enjoy your experience and just really allow yourself permission to nourish and nurture yourself.